There are many things you can do while home. Make art, talk with friends online, make pancakes, eat pancakes. Let's find a new hobby.
Hello everybody, this is another rant that is not scripted, but I thought I'd put the intro and outro on just because. So, in case you haven't noticed, the world is kind of not in a good place right now. Also, yes, I've changed my face to Nora just so that I can kind of shuffle things up a bit. I will go between Nora and Diana when it comes to using expressions with characters. So, back to the world. We have a pandemic going on. It's starting to get a little better. Things are opening up again, but people are still dying. Majority of which is because people will not follow the rules. They will not social distance and would rather go to the beach or parties or protest instead of keeping 6 feet apart, wearing masks, and this is what's causing the infections. Ugh. I am just so tired of seeing these protests. They're not even protesters, they are terrorists. They fit the definition of terrorists because they are armed and they are using fear as their weapon. They're trying to scare their opponents into submission so they can get whatever they want. I'm just so sick of being a Michigander right now because these people are really giving us a bad name. Our governor is doing the best that she can, but I will admit some of her rules are getting a little strict. Like, we were supposed to be opening things back up as of the date of this recording tomorrow. Now, I can see the stuff is still rising and such, but it just begs the question, are we ever gonna reopen? I care for the safety of other people, but at the same time, being stuck inside of your house for this long, it gives you a negative effect. Me and my brother are both autistic, and it's been very hard on the both of us. And at least we can go outside to parks right now, but it's still getting really hard on the both of us because cabin fever plus being on the spectrum is not a good mix at all. So yeah, we're getting a little crazy there. Our family has been finding new ways to cope. We got an old Xbox console so we can play older games that do not have Xbox One discs to them and such. The console it crashes, but we can still play our X-Men games and our Harry Potter games and that really good Hobbit game. We can play those now, which is really good because I want my nostalgic kicks. We got Disney Plus during this, which is really good because I still have to finish it, but The Mandalorian is really good. We got a lot of board games. We just started playing Dungeons and Dragons, and my character is an elvish wizard who is also a missionary. Basically, she wants to get people to know about the great god of wisdom in their world, and basically becomes allies with anybody who shares the religious beliefs. Yay, religion! Okay, so, back onto the bad stuff going on in the world. Next, I know I shouldn't talk super politically, but my most recent video was about me ranting about our president taking me off Twitter for a brief moment. Well, he's mad at Twitter now because they are apparently stifling his free speech. After you stifle my free speech, you have no right to complain about it. Heck, free speech wasn't made for you. The First Amendment was made so that we, the people, cannot be punished when criticizing your actions. The fact that Twitter has to fact check you because you do not do your research, that just goes to show that you are not well informed and you should not be talking about something that you know nothing about as if you have all the facts for it. Also, mail-in ballots will not cause people to hack the system or whatever. If anything, Electoral College is what caused you to become president. If Electoral College did not exist, you would not be sitting in that beautiful White House of yours. Yeah, you technically rigged it because Electoral College is like, oh, Republican. Ugh. But yeah, mail-in ballots are actually pretty safe during this time. And literally, the only difference is you don't have to go up in person to vote. You can do it from the comfort of your home. There's a bug in my bed. What the heck did this get here? Springtime. Ugh. Anyway, we do not have to go anywhere to vote. We can vote from the comfort of our own home. We can actually discuss it with other people who are voting in the house, because when you're in an area dedicated to voting, you're not allowed to converse with other people about who you're voting for inside of the voting area. But for here, if you're in a household with 4 adults like my household is, then you can all talk it out with each other legally. You can mail it in, and yeah, it saves you gas too if you have to drive to wherever you need to vote. So there is no issue with mail-in voting. Actually, it's actually better and more beneficial in certain ways. So yeah, check your facts, because I checked these facts. So, because Trump is getting all mad at this, he's threatening to shut down Twitter. Well, I mean, that's okay if you have other forms of social media, like I've got Facebook and Instagram, and I had Snapchat, but because my phone does not want to give me the space that I deserve on it, I do not have Snapchat on it. But there are people out there that rely on Twitter for conversations. I mean, like the Ruby Loves You movement that I'm a part of. We rely on Twitter to interact with other people who love the show and give them positivity as the characters. And a lot of people get their news through Twitter too. Like, recently, I've been using Twitter to find out about all these celebrity deaths that are going on. And we can also interact with fellow celebrities in a way that we usually cannot. I was able to get mentions from Miles Luna and Samantha Ireland from Rooster Teeth, which was actually really, really cool, to be honest. And I didn't know who he was, but a Webtoon person actually shared something I said, and that was actually pretty cool. Like, you can interact with people there, and they can interact with you. It's a great way to meet people and make friends as well. So, what'll happen if Twitter gets shut down by him? I highly doubt he'll be able to, but just in case it does go his way, what's going to happen to us? This is too depressing to think about. And we've got another depressing story. So, remember the Black Lives Matter movement that happened like 4 or 5 years ago? I was still in high school when it was going on. Well, it's coming back because there are police officers that do not deserve their job. Now, I think that police officers, like the ones who actually do their jobs, I think they are very important. I play a game called 911 Operator that deals with sending out police and ambulances and stuff, and that game actually taught me a lot on how to deal with the police, like how to properly call 911 or talk to the officers and such like that. But there are officers out there that abuse their power. Anybody in any job, there's at least one person that abuses their power, but sadly, when it's a job that requires you to save lives, it doesn't make the rest of your colleagues look good. Anyway, a black man was murdered by an officer who is turning out to be a white supremacist, and now people want justice for his death. From what it looked like, he wasn't doing anything wrong, actually. And even if he did break the law or something, you shouldn't kill a person like that. Unless they are a threat to you, you do not have the right to hurt them. I heavily believe in self-defense, and if officers truly believe that their life is in danger when it comes to somebody, then I'm okay with them taking out, at first, a non-lethal weapon, but if that doesn't work, then they have no choice. But this is manslaughter. So, yeah, all lives do matter, whether it be different skin colors, genders, ethnicities, religion, sexual identification. Heck, we've got Pride Month coming up in a week. And I think this is actually the first Pride Month that I'll be attending ever since I came out as questioning my sexuality. I think I might be pansexual, but I do not know quite yet. But yeah, something like this happening before an event that celebrates people of different backgrounds, that just leaves a sour taste in your mouth. And yeah, I really do think that before you hire an officer, you should do a background check and make sure that they can properly deal with situations. What happened here should not have happened. I'm just going to say that. Anyway, I'm sorry this turned out to be a long, non-scripted video, but I just want you all to be informed of what's going on right now in case something changes in the future. And I wanted to get all my thoughts out because apparently getting your thoughts out too much on Twitter can anger people, and if Twitter is going away, I'll need somewhere else to spill my thoughts out. So let me know what you guys think about this, and also please try to be respectful to one another. If some of you have differing beliefs in some of the stuff that I say, please do not turn this into a war in the comments. Thank you, and have a good day, and please try to stay safe, okay? Goodbye!